When most people ask me what I think of as mental health, there are set answers and there are set rules which seem acceptable, which seem right, and there's a set way to think about it. And when most people ask about mental illness, the same applies. But the truth of the matter is, in everybody's mind, things are different. In everybody's mind, things change, and the way everybody experiences something is going to be totally different from the next person. It is the whole essence of starting Headspace. Now, so that you can understand the motivation behind my suggestion of this idea, you need to understand me. If you watched the first video, you already know that I was diagnosed with epilepsy in 2015. But what I don't often talk about is the physical and emotional scars that came from that period. I became the sick boy. I became depressed. I became completely detached from everything around me. And I highly doubt I would be around if not for the people who were there, if not for the people who supported me, if not for the things that were around me. I highly doubt I would have had the motivation to keep trying and to keep trying to make things better. Because the biggest issue with being ill, especially mentally ill, is you often forget what it feels like to be anything different. You feel isolated and separated, and it tends to be all consuming to the point that you forget how it felt like before any of that happened, or how it would feel like after you have gone through it. Headspace was created so that people have the opportunity to leave that feeling of being isolated or alone or incapable of sharing, to create a community where people can bring forth what they have experienced, what they have gone through, or what they want to share or say, and have it said openly. Whether it is by video, whether they want to send an audio of it so that it can be explained if they don't want to show their faces, whether they would have their story read out. Headspace is a totally free series giving people the chance to input, to discuss, to talk through, and to move forward with the idea of mental health and mental illness. And it's why all of the efforts of Agita are moving towards trying to make mental health a more open thing, inclusive, extending the idea we had for our Drawing Towards Change project. It is a project which was originally intended to give visual artists the ability to use their art to represent something, and the topic which was taken was mental health. But with the onset of this month and the beginning of Headspace, we've opted to try and expand it to include written word, to include video art, just so that we continue to give people the chance to openly express it. And these things are found on our Facebook page, on our Instagram page. We want people to be able to share their experience with mental health, to have a free conversation about it without being judged. And so as Headspace progresses, that's what we'll be aiming for. Because honestly speaking, all of us at one point or another need separation from the things going on in our mind, need to feel like we're not alone. We need, as I could put it, to get out of our own headspace.